I've been gone for a time now. I don't think I've streamed in 2 weeks. Lots can happen in that time. This is the first time I've been on this amp in that amount of time. Yeah. And I'll just keep playing. I feel like it's a good day for it. Of course, I'm not hanging around forever. I gotta leave here in a couple hours. Planned a nice day with a good friend. So what's been up? Well, I'll tell you what's been up with me. Wait a minute. Excuse me. I might be catching a cold. I had a scratchy throat a little bit yesterday, but woke up this morning and it's like, yeah, your throat's sore. All right, so that's one thing. But you know what happens with the immune system, right? Immune system's a funny thing where, you do your thing, you go out, tramps about the place, have a good time with it all. And then so you get a very stressful event that takes place. And in accompanying that stressful event, your immune system weakens. It's dumb. It's a thing. So, what can you do about it? Not a whole lot, but it is what it is. Now, let's see. So I am looking for another house. Anybody want to take a real easy guess as to why? Also, I haven't really played much guitar over the last 2 weeks. Now that's that thing. It's not exactly all like You know. Not exactly augmented, that is, but you know, you can take tonalities from one thing and kind of mix it into another, and it works out pretty well. For instance, going down to here, this could also be, you know, and you know, you can mix and match tonalities there, which is lovely. Augmented. I also haven't played this guitar in a long time either. Well, at any rate. So, echoing other channels that I've watched. Yo, what's happening, everyone? It's your boy, Underground Guitar King. That's a bad joke. But if anybody's interested, I now have a 2-year plan. That was a nice little modulation. Actually, going up from there was better. Nice. Nope, Arizona, here I come. I will be down there, moved for sure, by the year 2028. So I've got kind of a 2-year plan about that. But I am moving. And therefore, things are for sale that were for sale before, but there might be a few other things that come up on the market. The Rhodes, which is behind me, and we're going to play that in a bit, which will be the last time I play it, is sold, and it will be... Well, hi there, good morning! It'll be in its new owner's home by tomorrow. Good stuff. Anyway, yeah, so the Rhodes is gone. And the Rhodes was sold. Actually, it was for sale. It's been for sale for the last several months. I think sometime around February I put it up. And somebody finally pulled the trigger. He's getting a fair price for it. I'm getting almost everything I wanted out of it. I'm putting the original pickups in kind of it's a leverage point. The guy will be getting those as soon as I find them. I have them. I know I didn't get rid of them. It's like, what are you going to pick? Hot Pockets? Yeah, hit wrong notes every once in a while, make it sound serious. Anyway, so an interesting turn of events happened a week ago today, and my wife and I of 27 years are over. Couple for 29 years, lived together for 28, and it's thrown away. People grow apart, but I'm moving. So if I'm going to start fresh, I might as well start really freaking fresh. And as soon as the house is sold, I'm out of state. So Washington, here I leave. because the state has lost its freaking mind over the last 20 years. Oh, yes. Mix minors and majors. That's kind of fun to do. I mean, it's really musical dependent. And because there's nothing behind me, I can get away with it really easy. But if I was, playing over something really strict and... which is not in the same key. Mix and match a little. It's fun. But it's nobody's fault. People grow apart. So, the biggest change is that she will no longer have guitar music in the house, and I will no longer have her to complain that it's too loud. All is well. Well, because you have bad taste. You should absolutely love the look of this guitar. No, it's the headstock. I'm not a fan of it either. And hey, man, good to see you again. If you missed the news, your boy here is going to move to Phoenix in about 2 years. I'll be there. Divorce. The Friday Night Tights. Anybody watch Nerdrotic? I'm a fan. I try to catch it every Friday. Most of the time, I only wind up catching the first few minutes and a couple bits in the middle, and then the last bit because I'm at work. But it's orange, dude. This is like road flare. You just can't really see it because of the dim lighting in front. Yes, that started 1 week ago. The paperwork, it was filed. Day before yesterday. We should have it back in the mail in, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday. So that went to the legal team. They're going to sort the paperwork out that we filled out. Basically just did a big old questionnaire. It's an amicable thing. I would say for the record that both parties are being extremely reasonable about who gets what. My stuff's my stuff. Her stuff's her stuff. She doesn't want alimony. She doesn't want any of that. And I'm really happy about that. But the headstock is ugly. Dean built an amazing guitar with the ugly ass headstock. It's big and it's just, it ain't right. There's something wrong about it. They could have shranked. Listen to me in my English. They could shrink it up a little bit and kind of angle it more this way, and it would be substantially better. Or they could lessen the amount of stuff down here and reverse it. It would be much better. But either way, they don't have me on the design team, so they don't know. If they did, I would have made it much better. Yeah, no alimony. Also, she's agreed to the house thing. I was like, all right, we'll sell the house. Street value is double what we paid for it right now, so that's great. But sell the house, pay off the rest of the mortgage, and then divide the profits, and we both have a nice new start. She didn't want to do that right away because financially she's not as well off as I am separately. So we're going to wait 2 years. She asked for one. I'm giving her two to get her better financial footing. And then at that time, either she's going to take out a home equity loan of the value that I would have, no less than what it is now, or we sell the house, and that's that. So either I'm getting bought out of my share of it, which is fine, or we're going to sell the damn thing, and then I will still get what I'm owed. out of it. So that would be good. But we'll both be better off that way. This way I don't have to crack my 401k and, get a down payment that way. Anyway, life goes on, right? And my life has certainly been going on. I've been out of the house almost every single day since this whole thing started. So Friday was the decree last week. Hey, this is it. Oh, I didn't mention this one thing. As soon as we get back the stuff from the paralegals, we sign it and ship it off to the judge. And then 91 days later, roughly, accounting for holidays, it's done. And the funny thing is, the divorce decree may very likely be signed on our wedding anniversary. Funny, huh? How poetic. I will say this, though. It wasn't my decision. I opened the door and she walked through it, but I would have preferred to have stayed together and have been a happy couple. And so that's that. But, as I was saying, the Jackson Rhodes is going to go to a new home tomorrow, and that literally pays for the divorce. 100%. And I get $50, gas money and food. So, but I already made a deal with the guy. I'm like, look, if I ever find the pickups, which I will because I got to move everything that originally came with it, it's yours. I'll just ship them right to you. So, that's that. It's a good thing. But I haven't played the guitar hardly at all. This morning I picked it up for the first time in a couple of days. I mean, I've noodled here and there, but mainly for just a couple of minutes at a time because I can't take my hands off of it. Stuff like that. Nothing big, nothing much. Just kind of moving my fingers around. Doing the Bach thing. Let's do that. That. No, here. I'm sorry. Oh no. Is that here? No. Here. Yes. I actually figured out another way to finger that, which is pretty good. But anyway, stuff like that. I've just been doing little noodles here and there whenever I pick up a guitar, get a chance. And then I just leave the house. So, like last Saturday, for instance, I woke up, I took a shower, and I got the hell out of Dodge. I just didn't want to be home. I wanted to be out and, kind of just go out and experience life. And so I did. And went up to Lakewood, went back down to Olympia, just spent the whole day pretty much outside. Sunday, pretty much the same thing. Monday after work, same thing. Tuesday, same thing. Wednesday, same thing. Thursday was fun. I actually woke up pretty, not feeling good at all. Called out of work. 5 or 6 hours later, I felt better and decided to go take care of business. I got a new bank account. I got my car refinanced for a shorter term, paying the same, but I've lost 2 years on the contract, so that's great. I'm really happy about that. I only paid down 1 year so far, and I had a few to go. Now I have 2 less. Good times. Let's see. Yesterday after work was the only day that I came pretty much straight home. Still went back to the bank and finalized the car refi. And now here I am. Thought I'd inform the public, the awaiting masses, about what's been going on in my little life. But the interesting point will be is that after I do move out, because I'm not going to an apartment. It's not going to happen. I've lived in a house too long to want that. I'm going to a house. Either I'm going to rent a house for 2 years, which sounds more reasonable to me, or I'm going to buy a house up here and then turn around and sell it and move. But if I buy a house, that's, that, depending on the market at the time, it'll either be a buyer's market or a seller's market. be back at 12 or around. Well, you'll have to rejoin. I'll be out of the house by that time, but it's really good to talk to you again, man. But what I was going to say real quick is pretty simple and pretty straightforward. When I move out and get settled, I'll be doing this shit a lot. The reasons why I only streamed on Saturday mornings and Mondays, essentially, boiling it down to brass tacks, was that my wife was home every other day, and all this, which is not loud at all, was too loud for her. So that's not going to be a thing anymore, and I'll be able to play and answer questions and stream. Yeah, dude, bring questions. What else can I say? Hello, Black Pillow Joker. So, assuming you're tuning in, guess who's getting a divorce? And it's all your fault. It's not your fault. The funny thing is, I don't even believe in him. You know, it's funny. Arizona was a life-changing experience. And I've mentioned this before on a couple of streams, but there's like life before AZ for me, and then life after. And life after has been categorically, with the exception of the dissolving, nearly 3-decade-long relationship, it has been absolutely a blast. I've come back galvanized. I've come back with more motivation and more drive than I've had in years. To do and to change and to become, and it's been a marvelous trip. So I mean, in many ways, Arizona, I'm still there. Well, I will be again, like I was saying, in 2028. I will be down there by that time. And that's altered, by the way. If you're playing notes in one octave that are not contained in the other octave that you're playing, like this, for instance, is an F, and that's fine. It's all well and good. Actually, that should have been probably here, but who's counting? No, I was right. But it's not like I'm taking this perfectly well, or even I'm happy about it, but it is what it is. Life will continue. Playing will continue. Because the only thing that I've been doing longer than my wife is this. And so this doesn't go away. Oh my gosh, maybe it does. am. Should be finalized by September. I would never joke about such a thing. That's one thing that, no, I kind of held marriage pretty sacred. So that's an inviolable thing. I would never have expected it. Never thought it would be me. I thought we were pretty solid, with the exception of she's been growing more distant over the last couple of years. And just kind of froze me out. So, life goes on, right? No, I'm not joking. Big moves ahead. Within 2 months, I should be out of the house. Within 2 years, I should be living in Phoenix, Arizona. So that's that. Or thereabouts, Phoenix, Arizona. My thoughts are I'm going to Verrado. So Verrado being the coolest place I've ever seen, and, definitely a desert town that is completely worthy. Well, it wasn't me that made the decision. I just opened the door. So, I don't know. I was trying to, nudge her in a direction like, could you figure out why you're growing more distant? Could you figure out, could you essentially get your shit together or get your head out of your ass? And I put it more nicely than that. But could you please figure this out? Because I love you and I would like to have my friend back. And she said that, this should have been a warning sign from the beginning. This was 2 Fridays ago. That she would consider going to therapy. And I'm like, couples therapy? Because that's kind of the beginning of the end, no matter what. People don't survive that. And she was like, no, I'll go so you can be satisfied with the answer. And I'm like, okay, that sounds weird. This last Friday, not yesterday, but the Friday before that, I pushed the envelope. I suggested that, hey, you got the day off, right? Yeah. Well, why don't you make a call or two and see if you can get into the therapy that you were talking about? And she said no. And I said, well, at least think about it. And then I left for work and I came home. And when I came home, I asked her, how was your day? Oh, it was fine. What'd you do? Blah, blah, blah. Laundry, some cleaning, miscellaneous stuff like that. Took care of some kittens like usual. And then she said, I asked her, well, did you think about calling a therapist? She said, no, I didn't have time. And I said, you don't have time while you're doing laundry to call a therapist or think about it? And that's what really broke the ice, because I am, if anything, a lawyer in my mind. So I will absolutely, if I can, entrap you, I will do it. And wife notwithstanding, she knows me with arguments and has said before that obviously they don't know you because, if they did, nobody would get in an argument with you because you don't lose. I'm not going to argue about something I'm not sure about. So, anyway, so this that's how it came about. And she asked me at the end of a long discussion while she's doing dishes, which was cool. She really doesn't ever do that. What do I want? And I'm like, I want my wife back. I want my friend back. Come back. I want you to come back to me. Bring back that love and feeling type of thing. And no, I actually don't. Of all the things that she's not is unfaithful. So she is not. She's not there. But anyway, so no, I asked that, I'd like to have you back. I want to go places with you, do things. I've got a walking buddy. I want you as my walking buddy. We used to do that all the time. It would be great. I'd love to do that again. And she's not in the same place. She's just not. And so what we wound up doing, she asked me what I wanted. I told her. And then she's like, well, I don't know if that's ever going to happen. I don't think it's going to. I don't know if it's ever going to. I'm like, well, what do you want? A divorce? And she said, you know what? Yeah. And that was the end of it. Because as soon as you cross the line is crossed. There's no going back. There's no taking back that. But she was serious. And I was like, thanks for telling me. You should have told me 5 years ago, when this whole thing started. I'm still starting over again with less health, but I would have had more health than as little health as I have now. Oh, I've got a bit of a sore throat, so you have to forgive me. I'm trying very hard not to get the crap that's been going around, which is like this infectious bronchitis that my kid and my son-in-law and my friend Sean, who's been awesome through this, by the way. On Sunday, I went out. I was saying I was going and doing stuff. Well, last Sunday, one of the things that I went out and did was head over to his place to watch some TV shows and have him cook me tacos because he's awesome. So, Sean, if you're out there, buddy, thanks, dude. Seriously. So, we've been a couple for 29 years in July, and we lived together for 28 years in August, and then we were a married couple for 27 in September. So we've been working on this for a long time, and it was about 5 years ago where things took a drastic change. Around the same time as my injury, everything started to kind of fall apart. So it reminds me of that Moby song, oh baby, then it fell apart. And I know I'm taking this kind of positively, but what other way can you look at it? I'll tell you what, though, when we were filling out the paperwork for separation of stuffs, like who gets what, that's when it really hit me. This was real. I mean, it was really, really, really happening. And I wasn't happy about it at all. So, yeah, it sucks. It really sucks. I am still, I mean, look, the paperwork is pretty well signed. All we have to do now, we already paid the legal team. So all we have to do now is sign the papers that come back to us this coming week, send it off to a judge. And so literally the only two steps we have left is to sign paperwork and send it. And once that's done, 90 days from then, 91 days roughly, we will be divorced, probably on our wedding anniversary. So and that really sucks. But this whole thing, I would be really happy to reconcile as quickly as possible. I am not wanting to do this. I didn't want to really do this in the first place at all. But I'm also of a mind right now of fish or cut bait, because if you're just going to be my roommate for the rest of my life, and I like you, you should at least, be nice to me. And she is not. So it's been a long time since she was civil, but she's been more civil now. It's really funny that we've gotten along better in the last week than we have in the last 2.5 years. Not exactly. The way it works here, I don't know how it works everywhere else, but she could sue for the house. That's not happening. My suggestion was that, or I could sue for the house to be sold. That's not happening either. We've come to an agreement on that. So she asked for a year to get her finances kind of in order. I'm giving her 2 years to get her finances in order. And at that time, either the house will be sold and I will get my equity in the house, or she will keep the house and buy me out of my equity. And the judge is going to probably rubber stamp that, rule it, and so therefore it's legally actionable if she decides not to, because she'll owe me somewhere upwards of $130,000, maybe a little more. So, but that's that. But I will be moving. I'm letting her keep the place. The kids, which are here, saving for a house, they're going to go ahead and pay the mortgage. I'm going to basically save up for either moving out to save up. All I have to do is in a month from now, get my shit together and move into a new house, which is either going to be mortgaged. I'm either buying or I'm renting. Renting would be a lot easier for 2 years. But I'm only taking 2 cats with me. Mr. Marcus, unfortunately, has some medical problems, and we both agreed that it would probably be better for him if he stayed here. And the only stipulation on that I said was that you have to promise not to kill him. Do not put him down. So that's that. I will be having enough money to start a new life in Arizona one way or the other. So if the house doesn't sell fast enough for me, I'm cracking the 401k and I'm just going. So I will be buying a house down there. Or if they sell the house and everything is cool, I get my money, I'm buying a better house down there. So actually, with the amount that I could get from the house, I could start a new life in Poland. All I'd have to do is learn your language, and that's going to be impossible for me. I'm just a guitar player. I could probably teach English. That's about it. Oh, yeah, the picking is not happening. Maybe it's happening a little bit. I just have to kind of get used to it. But yeah, that's that. No, if I'm going to start over and start a new life, I'm going to be starting over where things look like this. Without all the icons floating around the sky, that would probably be weird. But yeah, that's going to be home. Start a new life with better weather. A lot better weather. The only thing I'm going to miss about this place is the fall. But Washington State has too many memories for me. Really good ones and really bad ones. And the really good ones right now are sad because they're so good. And most of them were made with her. I've been with her longer than I've been without her. And she's had my last name longer than she's had her own maiden name. So it's a real tragedy. It's not to put a finer point on it. Like I said, I didn't want it. I just wanted my friend back. So that's that. But people grow apart. They do. I absolutely do. No, Arizona is not more expensive. The gas is cheaper by at least $1 a gallon. Well, almost $1 a gallon. It's very, very close to it. Cheapest gas I saw down there was $2.99 a gallon, and the cheapest up here is $3.89 a gallon. The nominal price up here is close to $4 something. So, depending on where you go, like $4.27 a gallon. Depending on where you go, it's almost half as expensive. So, I would really rather that. The cost of living is lower. Food's cheaper generally, which is kind of weird because we live in kind of a farm community, but Arizona hasn't been ruined by the left yet. Washington State is fully occupied. And with some of the bills they've passed recently, signed by the governor and everything about like, if your kid gets molested at school, the school has the right not to tell you. And I'm thinking, what? I mean, I'm not going to have any more kids probably, but ever, probably. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. I didn't know I was getting divorced, so who knows, right? But nevertheless, and I was faithful too, so that's another thing, just in case. But housing prices currently are a little cheaper, not by much, but a little. And the reason for that is the influx to Arizona from places like California and now Washington. So yeah, but that's what's been going on in my life. How about y'all? Have you been playing much guitar? I have not. This is the first time I've really got a good chance to play in a couple of weeks. Other good news for me is I have cracked the 170-pound barrier. I've lost officially in the last 2 years 50 pounds. Unofficially, rough numbers from February is 30 pounds. So that's pretty good. I'm feeling really much more healthy. I've been walking almost every day. I started to do push-ups again, which is great because I can't wait to crack that 100 again like I used to. But you have presidential elections in Poland, not ours. Are you suggesting I run? So. Yes, and the elections you have are probably not full of cheaters. Good for you guys. Keep it that way. Be violent about it because, good God, you've got to keep what you've got. And it would be very hard to do that if somehow or another Bleeding Hearts took over and destroyed everything. Because we used to have them too. You see, this is why I should be your president. So. Yeah. Well, let's try something else. Because we can. One is junkie and a gangster. And the second is a leftist clown. Well, would you prefer the junkie gangster, I guess? It's the lesser of two evils always. But see, this is why people like you should actually run. But nobody who's really worth a damn does nowadays. It's always, You know, there's this kind of lesser party choice. To give you an example, in the States, Bill Clinton was president twice. He never got more than 38% of the total vote. Never. In either presidential election. Yet he was still president for 4 years and then 8 years respectively, or 8 years total, I should have said. But, you know, for 4 years and then 2% more. So he had 36% and then 38%, and then that's it. He never got more than that. So if, you know, the same people are screaming about the Electoral College, Bill actually technically lost the vote because more people voted against them than for him. I mean, if you really want to think about it, that's the best way of thinking about it. You know, all right, so I got 36% of the vote. Great. That means 64% said no. They don't want you. So maybe there should be ranked choice voting. So you voted for Metzen. Yeah, dude, I kind of admired him myself. I'm glad to hear you voted for him. But like I said, you should run for office. You should do something. Do something. When I get to Arizona, maybe I will do something, like help count votes down there. So that would be good. I mean, we've had enough shenanigans in Washington State, and Arizona has shenanigans too. So, which is why they have the governor they have now, Hobbs, which I would not have voted for. I was a Kari Lake fan. Even though she's a little too brash, public figure-wise. But it would have been better than what they've got now. The guy I went down and visited, by the way, he's very heartsick to learn about this circumstance of divorce. But he offered me his old apartment on the farm if I wanted to live there for a little while. I'm like, I don't think there's enough room for my cats. So definitely not enough room for my stuff. So that's why I'm staging it this way. I'm, like I said, going to get another house, rent or own one way or the other, so I can move all my crap there. And I got to get all new crap because she's keeping all the furniture. I already said you keep everything that you want except for the furniture in this room. Everything in this room goes except for the desk. The desk has to stay, and I'm not happy about that. I built this desk. I built it into the wall. So, oh well, life goes on. It seems to be the rule of the day. I probably should have named the stream. In fact, I might rename the stream Life Goes On. So. But I was talking about Friday Night Tights. They have a theme song. It's a cute theme song. I like the theme song. I'm going to play it. And then I'm going to teach you all how to play it because it's fun. It's just fun. And there's a nice little transposition in the middle of it where they go from basically B to C sharp. And it's pretty nifty. And if you guys don't know Nerdrotic, you should. So let me cue that up. And we'll get right to it. Right to it. But no, serious, your boy's single now. The papers aren't drawn up yet. I mean, it's not official until we get the decree back from the judge, which, like I said, will take a few months. But no, I'm single. I don't think I'm ready to mingle, but I'm single. So, and I haven't been single in 29 years. So, I don't know. It's going to be weird. I haven't lived by myself in 28 years. It's going to be weird. I'm going to stream a hell of a lot more, but it's going to be weird. Probably put out a whole lot more content too because of all the free time. Let's see though. Friday Night Tights. Where did you go? Here, Friday Night Tights. There we are. Good theme song. Let's watch this. It's also hilarious. These guys are great. Yes, that's Dan Bass. Simple. Oh. My mistake. Modulate. Transpose. Yes, I will. A lot more time. Now to F sharp. Simple little tune. Fun as all get out to play. It's cute. It's tongue in cheek. It's a fun song. So how do we play this? Well, I'll tell you. You start out with a nice B chord, just holding it and waiting for everybody to come on in. That's pretty simple. And then, ha! What's up, Bill? To D, then to E. Here they come and the crowd cannot wait. All hail Friday Night Tides. I apologize because I'm probably late. All hail Friday Night Tides to G. And by the way, that's just D and E, so G. Radicalized. That's D again. And highly organized. You're right. Anyway, it's Friday Night Tides, Friday. So G, A, B, and that's that. Transposed to C sharp. Time has come and they're finally here. All hail Friday Night Tides. We're not affiliated, just to be clear. All hail. That's E and then F sharp. A. Sweet Mother Mary. Turn on the audio, Gary. It's Friday Night Tides, and it's exactly the same, except everything is moved up 2 frets. So, no, dude, you do remember. The only thing I changed about this was last year I put in a couple of guitar heads pickups because I liked the idea of a pumpkin guitar. And I also thought that the Seymour Duncans that were in there were a little on the harsh side for this particular instrument. So those will at some point be going into a guitar I refinished a couple of months ago. So all I have to do is figure out which one's which because I can't take the foam off the bottom. That shit is stuck. That ship has sailed. I am not removing that stuff. So I basically have to just tone them out. All right, what are you? You're 15.5K and you're 8.2. Okay, you're the neck, you're the bridge. Easy. So we'll figure it out, but it needs to happen. Now this guitar I was going to sell, and I picked it up last week when I went down to take the Pink Nightmare. So the pink Schecter guitar that I've had for a long time now is for sale at Music 6000, and that actually took place just before the divorce decree. But I picked this up because I was going to take it and sell it too, and I played on it just a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, I can't sell this. It plays too good. It's too good. Too good. Cannot let that go. It sounds great, plays great. It's orange. I love orange. I hate headstock. That's the only thing about this guitar I don't like. So, yeah. Anyway, I can live with that because I love this. It's kind of like living with your partner's foibles or problems because you love the partner, right? So, like my wife, she used to drive me nuts because whenever she's feeding the cats, for instance, she'll leave the cat food, tin that's empty, like on or about the sink. The trash can is like right there. So just throw it away, for God's sakes. Are you trying to do this just to that you could just turn it around and throw it out? No. So, or when I'm doing her laundry, she never took out her, so warning to future husband for her. She never used to, I've seen worse too, but I'm glad you're going with me on that. But yeah, one of the things she used to do is never clean out her pockets before she washed her clothes. So every time I have to move her laundry from like the washing machine to the dryer, or from the dryer to the basket, there's always like crumpled up toilet paper, now balls hanging out around there. Like, come on, 30 years, really? You still don't do that? But I loved her, so it drove me nuts. But it's cute. the kind of things that annoy a person about another person. What's that? So the chicken beak, you're talking about like Epiphone? I understand why. The only time I've ever liked that was the reverse one on the M series from Gibson back when they were trying to compete with the Super Strats. Those guitars are ridiculously nice. And they play very, very well. In fact, they play and feel a lot like this. It's almost like Dean with their MD series or whatever it is, that they were actually going after that. It feels like they were. Oh, that with a little... Yeah, I don't like that either. I have to look that up. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's called a buzzard, huh? I always just associated it with Mr. Entwistle. So from the headstock look, in a way, that almost looks to me like what Hetfield was going for. With some of his ESP Viper stuffs. Excuse me. Nursing a cold now, too. Isn't that just delightful? Wow, that's serious. Wow, it looks like a buzzard, too. Well done, whoever's doing it. Warwick, yes, well done. I love the whinge, man. That's really great. I've got to get another guitar with a whinge neck. So, I've just got to. They're too nice not to have one. Embiggen, please. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what else is in there. It almost looks like Tiger Wood. Not to be confused with Tiger Woods. So let's expand that. Oh, that's not expanding anything. Oh, there it is. Oh, that doesn't want to expand. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that could be Tiger Wood. It could also be ash. Interesting. I dig the construction. I will never duplicate that headstock. Oh, dude, how you been, Rafi? Well, I don't know how long you've tuned in for, but I'll fill you in. Your boy here is heading for the big D. That's divorce. So I'm glad to hear you good. Let's see, every guitar should have its model name on the back. Yeah, right? It totally should. That should be a law. So I'm not even for a lot of laws, but that's a good, reasonable thing. Unless it's headless, then we got a problem. So we got no headstock. How are you going to put it on the headstock? It's going to be a problem. You have to put it on the back. I think that's totally reasonable. Or maybe in one of the cutaways. Like, this is a Dean MD24. Hey, so that would be really good. So let's see. Yep. So what's everybody been working on? Yeah, dude, I know. I'm not looking. I'm not looking forward to being single. I'm not looking forward to the divorce. I'm not looking for another. If they happen to pop into my life and say, hey, you're pretty great, and I think it's a mutual thing. Hey, you're pretty great. You know, where you been for the last 30 years? You know, we'll then we'll talk. But I'm not looking for anything right now. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I guess. And you know, here's the fun part. I'm still married. You know, the papers are signed and it's going through. But you know, until I get that divorce decree, single as I am, I'm not really single. And it's been pointed out to me a few times, by the way, recently. So at work, there's a nice support group. I got to tell you, man, the support mechanisms that I've found, these people that I work with, they are like family. They really, really are. I've worked there for 12 years. Some of the people I've only worked with for a year or so. They've gone through this, and they are so supportive. They're so beautiful. They're so wonderful. But I've gotten some great advice from a couple of them. One of which was, you keep saying your ex-wife. That's not legal yet. It's a title that she still retains, even though you're not married. Just keep that in mind. So, all right, I got it. So I'm trying to remember not to say Vex, which has become my affectionate nickname for the X. Just embracing the contraction. Thanks, Mitch Hedberg. But yeah, it's contract the name. It's not the X, it's Vex. So whatever Vex wants. Anyway, yeah. So I don't know, man. I mean, I'm still relatively young. I'm 51. That's not young in my opinion, but other people say, "Oh, you're young." I'm not that young, thanks. I'm retiring no matter what in less than 20 years. That ain't young. So that's at the end of middle age. I am no longer in the middle. Middle technically is 36 for a guy anyway. And I'm well beyond that. I'm closing in on advanced. In fact, in 4 years, I can move into a senior park. So I'm not young, but I'm not done either. I'm human. I'm alive. I'm a guy. I'm working on my cholesterol like everybody else. It's a thing. So I'm not ready to call it a day with relationships. I'm just not going to look for them. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I got to say that a couple of people have also chimed in that I'm taking this really well. And I don't know how else to take it. I've never done this before. This is new ground for me. I know that I'm alive and I'm going to move on. Everybody should. And it's hard, but well, thank you very much, Mr. Liquid Metal. So yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting turn of events life-wise. You never really can tell what's going to be thrown at you and when. But I can tell you this much: that a long-standing belief that I have, Mr. Carter. oh, all right. Back in the back there, Arnold Horshack. What do you got? So, what do you want, Arnold? So, what was I going to say? I believe very firmly that the universe is a funny place. That there are some people who are born to lose, born to win, and born to break even. I am born to break even. And how do I know this? Because every single time I get a little windfall of cash that I was not expecting, I have to use that exact amount within a few weeks to cover an expense that was also unexpected. So it's just kind of like, here's this, it'll take care of you. Thanks, God. Blame who you want. That's who I'm blaming. So, thanks, and then the expense comes and then that's that. Well, sometimes it works in a bit of the back direction. Oh, dude, I don't want to. You're too nice, Mr. Horshack. So don't do that. But the thing about the breaking even is sometimes it works in a little bit of the opposite direction. So you're kind of left dangling and then here it comes. Oh, here, sorry. So like no sooner than I was getting divorced than like 3 or 4 days later, when I'm going to need $500 to cover the costs of it, I am selling this. So that was that. Wolfgang Van Halen. I don't have bad feelings about him, but I don't have good feelings about him. I think that as a guitar player, he's carrying on his father's legacy extraordinarily well. So I think it's more of a human being thing than just a guitar player. But I'm not seeing anything really innovative from him. That's not... I'm not saying that to degrade the man. He can play extraordinarily well, and I love the fact that he's out there and he's doing stuff, and that he renamed the group that he was doing Mammoth after his father's old one. So you want to talk about legacy and care for legacy? It's all over the place with him, and I respect that so much it ain't funny. Let's change up a bit. So this is going to go away tomorrow. Meeting the fellow in a little town north of here called DuPont. And I'm pronouncing it DuPont as opposed to DuPont intentionally. Not because it's not pronounced DuPont. Good Lord. He's getting the strap too. But because I'm being silly. That's what I do. Let's see if I can still play this thing. I will be sorry to see it go in a way. It was my midlife crisis guitar. In many ways, it foreshadowed what was to come only a few years later. What happens when men go through midlife crises? Divorces. Hey man, I do too. I do too. In many ways. Zero Sugar Beef Jerky is not the sponsor of this show, but it is breakfast. All right. I'm going to tell you straight that I've never liked the way this played. The neck is nice and thin. The relief on the neck is good. By all accounts, it should play very well. And most accounts, most degrees, it does. But there's something about it that I just don't care for. Now, I fixed the other problem that I had with it, with the 2 volumes here, in my opinion, reverse order. And the one tone, I got rid of the tone, I just kept a volume knob and, knobbed off everything else. There we go. Let's see here. There we are. Always keep these handy. It's very nice. Let's tighten that up just a hair. See if I can't get it to play just a little nicer. Don't want to go more than a quarter of a turn at a time when you're doing these. There we go. I'm going to leave that in there for a minute. It'll add a bit to the mass. No, for me, it represented the 80s. That's why I got it. I thought it was so damn 80s, it wasn't funny. Like those, like the line art. Let me see if I can find one real quick. Oh, she's getting 1 computer, by the way. I'm taking 2. I'm letting her keep the television, even though it's mine. I've already got another television upstairs, so that's not a big thing. I'm going to need to get a new couch, a new bed. She gets to keep the bed. I want her to keep the bed because she's only slept in it for 1 freaking month the entire time we've had it for the last 3 years. Before she essentially moved downstairs. What a bunch of suck that was. Anyway, let me look this up. Backgrounds. Very good, very good. But yeah, couldn't win this one. Can only hope that I can break even. Born to break even. World of Warcraft Space, transitional. Twisted Sister. Yeah, you know what? I'm tuned to E flat. We could probably pull off something. Give me a second. Like, don't let me down would be a perfect one. Okay, so let's open that way up. And share a screen. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. Like 80s line art, kind of a vaporwave type of thing. And I couldn't not have this. I had to have this, so I got it. And now it's mine. And then it will be someone else's. And everyone will be happy, and I will have a divorce that's paid for. So, yeah. All right, let's see what it sounds like. Doesn't sound bad. But I've never really gotten used to this whole... Had a friend who had one of those. Chris, I've talked about him with you before. used to have I think he still does actually, the green one, and he calls it Ursula. So yeah, it reminds him of Ursula. So, it's pretty neat. He had he shaved the back of the neck because his was, he said, relatively thick, and he didn't like that. And if I intended to keep this paint job would go bye-bye here. I hate a painted neck. I cannot express so much. I think that's probably the main reason why I'm okay with this guitar going away. But man, when you paint the back of the neck, no, I'm not here, Zuhair. I am obviously gone. I've left for the day. No, I'm not even able to answer your question. That's the thing. Children of Bottom with that V. No, I'm not going to have the V anymore, and I'm not going to do that. So I've never learned any, although I think that it might be about time. I'm going to have time to do it, so... Yeah, me too. It's a little noisier than I remember. I'll give the guy a discount. Well, at any rate. Yeah, no, I'm going to miss this for the looks. It's better to stand with than to sit with, that's for sure. But, if I stood, you'd get to see my Hello Inigo shirt. And we can move from there. pHs? pHs is in like post-hydrogen? Getting rid of this is not a hasty decision. I've had it up for sale now since February. But I didn't put it up for sale to pay for a divorce at the time. I put it up for sale because I'm buying a lot of other guitars, and I think that it would be good to not have as many as I have. And of all the guitars that I had that I put up for sale, the ones that I'm going to have to take that Dean down. I really like the Dean. But of all the ones that I have for sale, I think this is the one that I was like, all right. Of all the guitars that I have that I like, this is the one I like playing the least. It doesn't play badly. I mean, you can tell I can play okay on it. I just feel like I'm fighting it, and it very well could be the finish on the back of the neck is the main reason why. But I always felt like I was kind of fighting it. I don't want to fight my instruments. I want to have a nice harmonious relationship with them. So... yeah, well, seems how I do all my own tech work. And that's funny. But seems how I do all my own tech work. I should probably pay myself. But what do I get paid in? Guitars. No, I'm selling mine. Oh, I'm also losing stuff, so let's find that. It's around. Ah, there it is. Actually pretty good. All right, truss rod I think is going to be nice at this point. At least playing nice by my standards. Let's see if we can lower the action just a hair. Because we can. And... I'm hopeful that'll be okay. Schecter does make some very good guitars. No lie. I just don't own any anymore. So let's see here. Can I go down farther? Can I do it? See how much farther I can actually take this before it starts to fret out. Still good. Let's see how much farther. That's about as far as it's going to go. So we back off just a hair. Go down a little bit further down here. There we go. Please. Thank you. Magic words. Holy smokes, that's ballsy. If the guy's not happy with this, I'll be shocked. But he's still getting the actives that were in here before I made it right. So, yeah, this is better now than it was. So. How did that go? Something like that. I don't remember. What the hell? Dio tone? Really? How did that go? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, good stuff. Megadethy, actually. And if you're sitting in the room, it's very crisp and ballsy and very so far so good so what, with a little bit more reverb and delay, because reverb and delay. Something like that. Yeah. That's it. Been a while. Been a while. Let's see what else. Chris Poland is always sick. No, I'm going to have to raise the action back up a little. I am fretting out, and we don't want to do that on good-sized bends. So let's try that again. More Mustaney kind of things there. So you never really want to get close enough to the frets where they just kind of Vivian Campbell. I got nothing on that, man. I've never learned a single thing from him except for that I did learn a while ago. long time, but last year I learned Last in Line. I mean, really, it's been a while. So I wonder if it's still sick in a super guitar way that plays Human Condition way. I don't know. That's I don't disagree though. I mean, he might actually be ill. I don't know, but I do love his playing. So old Dio, man. Yeah. Well, it's that whole thing with the, how did that go? Something like that. Something else. No. I mean. No. Could be it. Oh. I'm getting a message. You know what's screwing me up is I'm in E flat. It shouldn't screw me up that badly, but it does screw me up a little bit. So I got to check a message here, if you don't mind. Stuarto Sorels is watching it. Hey, Stuart, if you're out there. If you're not out there, that's great. But if you are, still, hey, man. So, KK Tipton better. Tipton is technically much better. KK has some very good writing. So, it's... Excuse me, if you don't mind hear me saying so, going to happen. There we go. And 2 is not spelled T-O-I, that's toy. Very cool. All right, anyway, let's see. Good, yes. For anybody who doesn't know, the Guitar Pits of Horrors, please go subscribe to his channel. The guy is absolutely worthy of it. Absolutely excellent player, very, very competent, very, very good feel and touch and, you know, soul. And he even live streamed this morning. Take that. But he did Exciter recently, and it was quite a good cover. So, let's see that whole thing with it. However that goes. All right, good. Oh, 1 second. Hold on a second. Hold on, everybody. Wait. I'm telling you to wait. Good Lord. Why does this browser take so dang long to open? Anyway, anybody want to look at houses with me? It should be a lot of fun. Let's see. I go here. Then I go here. And then I go here, and you guys can't see what I'm doing, and that's just fine. And then I'm going to say, and you guys, you were there when I said this. Why wait? Smiley face. All right, very cool. So, anyone ever swallowed a guitar pick? See, I'm telling you, man, that's the way I'm going to die, because of this whole thing right here. I mean, I got one tooth that's going to protect me a little bit, but in here like this, if I take a deep breath, I know it's over. That's the way I'm going to go, and I don't want to go that way, but I don't want to go anyway. But but I'm pretty sure that that's it. Wouldn't have invited you. Oh wait. Click the link and find out. With Sly Face. Give me a second on this. There's a friend of mine. So yeah. Yeah, the guitar string eating cats. I got a couple myself. Speaking of which, Hopper will be coming with me, and so will Addie. Good Lord. Can't have that. dude. Maybe something else, maybe a little more blues bass. I don't know. Okay, well, you just hold on a second. I got an expression for you. That's funny, man. That's funny. Thank you for the laugh. I appreciate it. Okay, so if you've just recently joined me, I'm going through a divorce and it's a funny thing. You, sir, have made me laugh. That's hilarious. Appreciate it like you wouldn't believe. So, and this coming up soon. Oh, you know what? I think that's in the yes or no category of my snarky things. Perhaps, maybe, no. I got a few gifts in here that would probably fit the scenario, like this one by our dear fellow no, where'd it go? Forget about it. It's in here somewhere. Fucking hilarious, dudes. So, who made you laugh? That would be Dark Renaissance with Calling Me Galder. That's still funny as hell, man. That's great. So, let's see. Let's see. Actually, I think it'll be down here. Something like Really? I mean, he's okay, but you know, I'm not going to disparage you for liking, you know, the man who founded Old Man's Child and has been carrying Dimmu Borgir for these several many years. Well, hold on. It's okay. It's okay. You know me. Know me. You good? You good? All right. So now I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna find it. Somewhere in here, I have a picture of Galder who looks unimpressed, and that's what I was gonna show, but unfortunately, I am not finding it. It seems to have disappeared. Nope, there it is. There we go. Share the screen. Galder's gone. Is he really? Oh my gosh. Maybe Dimmu will go back home. You know, personally, I don't even know who their drummer is currently. Is it still Hellhammer? I love that guy as a drummer, but I really miss the old guy started with a T. Yeah, can't remember. Richie Blackmore on my t-shirt. No, it's Inigo Montoya. From Princess Bride as Hello Kitty, which it was an awesome shirt that I got like years and years ago, and I can finally fit in again. So that's the a real good thing about this 2-year 50-pound weight loss. It's closer to 47, but still. That I can wear clothes I haven't worn in a long time. Nick Barker, no, it was the original guy. He was also in Suspiria. I think he left Dimmu to go for Suspiria. Let me see. Enthroned, Darkness. You know, it's not one of those things that's on the tip of my tongue. I literally can't remember the guy's name. And Nick Barker was great. I saw them with him live. That was a great show. Darkness, Triumphant. Good. Wikipedia. Choldolf. That's that guy. Hell of a good drummer. Yes, Choldolf. Yeah, you got it about the same time. Well, I saw your text at the same time, ish, that I found this. So yeah, that guy. Always thought his stylisms were pretty fantastic. I think he was really good for that band. Nick took him to a new level. You know, you don't do Kings of the Carnival Creation without him. It just doesn't happen. But you can tell when Nick gets uninspired. I don't know if you guys have noticed that or not, but He's one of my favorite drummers, by the way, but you can tell every time he's in a band that he's not inspired to play in. His drumming goes from very creative and interesting and inspired. Like you can hear the Iron Maidenisms coming out in him. And it's always really, really great. And you have interesting fills, and it sounds like it's been really constructed and meticulously cared for. And then you get the last album that he was in, Cradle of Filth. And what is he playing the whole time? Nothing special. That's it. That's all you get is a blast beat. And then maybe a brrr. That's it. That's it. And it's just uninspiring. Well, the same thing happened with Dimmu Borgir. And probably Brujeria. I don't really know. I haven't really listened to them except for Taekwondoeros, which is kill the white people, for God's sakes. No, so Princess Bride is one of my, just to get back to you there, Zuhair, is that Princess Bride is one of my favorite flicks of all time. When I saw this, I just thought it was cute as a bug, man. I got to get that. So the way he says hello, for instance, hello! But yeah, Nick is, I think he's going through liver or kidney failure. It's one of the two. He's not in good shape. So, not in good shape at all. Last time I heard anything about that, yeah, it's a tough one. Last time I heard anything about that was, I think, back in December. I was looking him up to see who he's playing with now. Because he was playing with Nuclear Assault for a while, and that was pretty cool to see. Yes, because all early black metal suffered the same fate. Some worse than others. I've mentioned before, Nathan's Madrigal has the worst, and that's Ulver, has the worst production of anything ever in all times. So Blaze is in good shape. Yes, he's shaped like Shrek. So yeah, Vampire, that's my favorite album from them. The whole thing was perfect. I did like Dusk and Her Embrace as well, because the harmonies were fantastic. It still had a lot of the energy from Vampire, and they were still growing musically. Everything else after that has been a rehash. Until Nymphetamine, which was obviously influenced by more of the EDM stuff, was more dance music oriented. Definitely weird, definitely different. Definitely going to have to answer this. Very cool. See you at 12:30. Yes, you will. You will. So, yeah, it's a good thing. Nice. So, well, this guitar is done. So I am taking the Galder stream back to where I was before. And you'll pardon me. And if you don't, it's all on you. So you really should consider it. It would be so considerate. There we go. Back home. The guitar that I'm very keen on. Did you notice that there's a difference in sound? They're both 25.5-inch scale length. They're both Floyd units. The wood's different. The pickups are a little different, but not by much. Chris Oliva was underrated by a long shot. I was still considering doing this, by the way. Something like that, and I'm a little out, not by much. There we go. There we go. Which busts into that whole... Yeah! How did that go? Oh no! No. Oh no. I got memories to have here. Oh no. remember this. It's been a while since I've played that, but the... and on and so forth. Ooh, miles away. Yeah. That's it. And then you can do that several different ways. Oh, it's been a while. Yep. Something like that. Swing 42. It's Miles Away off of Edge of Thorns albums. Great stuff. Swing 42, watching Richard Smith, excuse me, and Tommy Emmanuel play it. No, I have not. This has more mids. Yes, a wider sound. I agree completely. It's a little, I would call it darker. It's a little darker. Same everything else, though. Oh, bless your heart, by the way, if you're seeing me now. And there we go. You can't see my conversation. So, now I get to replace the file in the destination. So. More things to work on besides Friday Night Tights, you know. Excuse me. Would be this. So, anybody want to join me on this one? This is a pretty easy one. We're basically going up fifths, and we're taking that fifth shape up a whole step. Then we're taking a fifth shape up a minor third, and a whole step. Then a minor third, or a whole step again. So, then a minor third. Then a whole step, and a minor third. So we're kind of taking that up in a pentatonic kind of a way. So. Very nice. Very pretty. You can do back down that way, too. Just to kind of, move things around. Start it with a slide. Best way to memorize the sound of intervals is to play them. And to figure out songs that have them in them as well. So, like the association for flat 5 is pretty strong. You can get a lot of those all over the place. My favorite way to do it is to pretty much what I just said, except for let's kind of make this concrete. For songs with a flat 5 in them, for instance, I will hear a flat 5 because I hear a flat 5 in. I also hear a flat 5 in. There's another one, though, that is also pretty good, and that's Metallica. What is that? Eye of the Beholder. That, you can hear that flat 5 all over the place. It's great. So when I hear that kind of tonality, I hear literally that song. So I know where it is and why it sounds like it sounds. So, okay, that's a flat 5. I mean, I just know. I know that's a flat 5. For fifths, for instance, that's really easy. It sounds to me like Row Ya Bastards, And a fourth and a fifth can get kind of messed up, because if I did this, that's still technically a fourth, or still technically a fifth, but a fourth is kind of the same as a fifth depending on where you're playing it as an octave. So this is a fourth when it's played together. This is a fifth. What's the difference? Where the other note is located. So if I just heard I would know this is a 4. That's kind of how I reckon 4s. Fifths, on the other hand, is totally row you bastards, or every power chord. And that's that. Seconds, minor seconds. It's a little different. I don't really hear this. I hear tones that kind of associate themselves with it. Like that. You could do, for minor seconds, like that. You could think Jaws, for instance. Or you could also think of, well, what I was just playing a second ago, which is E to F. And that's, easy to pick up on King Diamond. An octave sounds like an octave, even if it's played an octave away from the octave. Fun. Let's see. What's another one that I could do? Thirds versus minor thirds. So I hear thirds and minor thirds based on blues, and I'm not saying that lightly. I'm not a blues guy, but this really helped me discern major from minor when I'm just kind of playing, shapes, right? So that's a minor third to a major third back to root. Another thing we could do is going from like major to minor in chords. And down a fourth. Major to minor. Good stuff right there. And that's an easy way to hear major versus minor. So if I'm playing something, for instance, that's a minor third shape right there. But that's major, and that's why we're hearing major so much. Well, I didn't want one. I wanted my friend back, but I'm good. Life goes on. I've said it before. Excuse me. Get my old tone back. It's a nice sound, but I want back the romantic shreddy thing. Well, that's much quieter. I'm not, don't poor me, don't pity me, dude, I'm all right. I'll survive. Yeah, but first I was afraid, I was petrified. Just thinking I could never live without her by my side, but then I spent so many nights thinking how she did me wrong, and I grew strong. And I learned how to get along, and she ain't coming back. All is well, man. All is well. I've got some very, very good friends that are helping me through this. And I'm indebted to them permanently. Bill, you happen to be one of them. Christina, you happen to be one of them if you're still out there. Black Bill Julia, you're one of those too. So, very, very cool stuff. Oh, well, I'm glad you're happy for me, but you don't have to pity me, that's for sure. You don't have to be happy either, but, you could just say, yeah, Kirk's going through some shit, and it's true. So... yeah, I'm actually going to be down about $1,700 a month. That's her salary included on mine. But, yeah, it'll be okay. I'll probably actually have more to go around. But... even though the rent out there right now, you're welcome. Even though the rent out there right now is retarded. And I'm going to say that with no ambiguity. Rent is too damn high. And it's because of our little problem with housing crises bolstered by illegal aliens. So we got too many houses taken up by too many people that aren't even supposed to be here. And that's why there's so few houses to go around, and therefore they can charge what they want. And so I'd be paying like $1,000. Making sushi. Oh, make me sushi. I want sushi. Sushi good. But I'm back to eating meat again. I have been for a whole week or two, or a week. I took kind of a vacation day on that. I think it was last Saturday. Sunday. It was last Sunday. I had nothing but cake. A bit of a celebratory act, I think, in a way. Trying to make the best of a bad situation, which isn't that bad. It just is what it is. So, but the support network is outstanding. I mean, it's too good. Yeah, dude, I'm for that. I'm for that completely. I'm also for no property taxes, so you can't force the old people out of their houses. Or young people, for that matter, once their property value goes up so damn much that they can barely afford their taxes anymore. So, well, they can sleep easier at night if most of them weren't already here. So, my thoughts on the matter are not deep. It's surface level completely. I wear it on my sleeve. If you're not supposed to be here, you shouldn't freaking be here and take up our resources, you freaking parasite. That's what I think. So, but aside from that, and the state shouldn't be enabling them. The state's totally enabling them, which means people are enabling them that happen to have authority. And it's the people who have that authority, the right proportions to make the rice sticky. There's a trick to this. Listen to me very carefully. So you're using Calrose rice or a short-grained rice. Put the rice in the rice maker or in your pot. Put your finger on top of the rice. Fill it to the first knuckle of your finger with water. That's all you'll ever need. That's the magic finger that Uncle Roger talks about. That's the only way to make rice. So, yeah. Well, yes, America first. No, every country to themselves first. Mexico keeps Americans out. Why can't we keep Mexicans out? So, and I'm talking about illegal ones. I'm not talking about legal here. We have means. Fucking use them. But, when it comes down to like public services and stuff like that, where, people brand new off the street with 3 kids get, $5,000 a month plus $1,000 per child, from me. I'm not happy about that, and nobody should be happy about that. And even if you just rent and don't own, your property taxes are still going towards that, and so are the state taxes that you pay. So, yeah, it's a bunch of shit. Yeah, well, that's good. But yeah, I'm not really thrilled about that situation, but it's because of stuff like that my mortgage is, I bought when I bought, and it is pretty much the same as it was, with the exception of property taxes, and that's a lot more than it was. But if I go from here, when I go from here, I will literally be paying $1,000 more a month to live somewhere else. Minimum $1,000 more a month than I'm paying for my mortgage. And that's not great. That's not a good feeling. If I buy, I'll be buying a house that's more expensive than my house currently costs by triple of almost triple what we bought it for. But I'm not happy about that at all. That's uncool. So I'm not going to be, raking in the dough. I'm going to be having the same amount of dough. I'll just be having a little bit less of it than I did. But I'll still be out and I'll still be on my own and it'll still be okay. And I'll have my baby kitties. I'll be real happy about them babies. So, and I'll be on stream a lot more so you guys can, or gals and all that can... Answer me questions. Ask of me questions. Oh, you know about the rice trick? Yeah, all right. Well, that's the perfect proportions. I'm telling you now, I've never had better rice than when I started using that method. So anybody want to work on string skipping? Fun. Maybe. Something in threes? Okay, sure. Well, the three thing, it's a swing. You know, any odd time, it's. Let's talk about this for a minute. So your heart beats, by the way, in a waltz. Did you know that? It's your heart beats in 3/4 time. Everybody's heart beats in 3/4 time. So it comes really kind of naturally. Dun 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 dun. You know, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 1 2 3. So the beats are always changing slightly with the three thing. So. The thing about the three that you have to get used to is that your accents are going to change from a down to an upstroke. So down, up, down, up, down, up. Which is more of a 4. Well, that's just kind of a musical analogy, but yeah, you probably could. So, I mean, what are you going to sync it with, though? Let's see. You're beating at 68 beats per minute. Put the metronome on and count the triplets. So what I was saying about this... doesn't have to. You can play an upstroke on the downbeat. So downbeat is just usually 1 and 3, you know, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4. So it's the first beat would be, you know, downbeat. Upbeat would be, you know, basing your rhythms like on 2 and 4, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, that kind of thing. So that's where you get a swing, essentially, putting your beats on the 2 and the 4. So. Swing, and it's not always perfect. It's swing, you know, it's relaxed. 2 4 2 4 2 4 2 4 2 4 2 4. Pretty easy. Let's do the triplet thing. A triplet. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 4. You could also do it as a 6. I mean, you can it depends, of course, on where the beat's coming in. But I count 6s as just 2 sets of 3. So. So that's pretty much it, though. It's all in your accents. Because it is. Actually, technically, it's more Chinese than anything else. It's a funny thing. The Japanese thing to me just is Hiroyoshi. You don't get more Japanese than that. But let's talk China. Or, which is just, pentatonic major. But you get pentatonic minor that falls out of that. So it's, to me, it's just a shape. Going on with that, the Hiroyoshi, on the other hand, that's Japanese to me. And bending from wrong notes. That's also very Marty Friedman. So, but yeah. That's Hiroyoshi all the way for the win on that one. You want to sound Japanese? You do Hiroyoshi, which is a flat 2, a 4, a 5, and a flat 6. And you might recognize that from Read My Scars. There's that. Was that it? Man, it's been a long time. But still, that's definitely in there. I don't think it was here. Anybody want to play sevens? Neat. Gotta love a looper. Too easy. Good times. All right. Well. I have a looper with a swirly thing on it. I will show you. Oh, better yet, I'll show you the Amazon thing, and I might even put it in the chat for an affiliate link, which I don't have. But I was asked the same question by a buddy of mine named Sean. This is the man who fixed me tacos the other week and probably gave me the illness that I'm suffering from currently. But let's go to looper, pedal. And it's literally one of the cheapest loopers out there. I used to have an expensive one. I had the Ditto like quad. That was very expensive and quit working on me like twice. And on the last one, it's like, all right, I'm done. The Lakato. They've changed what it looks like, but it's the same thing. And here you go. That's a YouTube link. Excuse me. Oh, dear. Let's see if I can just find a share. Pardon. No, can't find shares anymore and stuff like this. It's crazy. Copy. Let's try that. There we go. Oh, the link is too long. Shoot. All right, well, I'll just do it this way. Watch this. It's essentially that one. Same brand and everything. Mine just has a hurricane-looking thing on it. That's that. And yes, I'm buying thumb drives. Take that. So, one for shows, one for, Windows 10 is going to go away soon, and you won't be able to download it anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on that stick and use the stick that I've currently got for Linux. So that'll be fun. But yes, this is a great little pedal. It works very well. There is a bit of a learning curve to it, just letting you know. But the operation is essentially extremely simple. Click it once, and when you're done with what you're recording and want it to loop at that point, click it again. Easy as pie. You want to record something over the top of it, you click it again. If you don't, click it twice and it'll stop. You want to erase it, long press. Done. But they're cheap and they work and it's good. It sounds great. I have no problems with it. And in fact, I have substantially less problems with this than I did a nearly $300 looper that I was talking about owning before, which I still own and is now a big paperweight. So nobody likes big paperweights. And I'm not sending it back to TC Electronic again. They suck. For loopers, at least. They have some pretty good stuff, but they don't. That looper pedal, man, they got to fix their crap. So. We're talking about doing the string skippy stuff. We can't avoid the pentatonic. Or doing nutty stuff like that. Don't forget about the pentatonic. Fun. Backwards. Maybe. Yes, fingers. Actually, he does some nutty stuff on that, too. Outro solo, right? String skipping. Not exactly. So... all the way here. That's it. Yeah. No string skipping. There is a bit of... What is that? Something like that. Don't quite recall. But this... C, B, and A. Kind of outlining a minor chord here. That's pretty much it. So all this is still outlining essentially a 7 right there. You can make it hard to play if you wanted to. Yeah, forget it. The other way's easier. You keep the picking the same. That's one of the tricks of playing fast, is keeping the picking as similar as possible wherever you're going. So if you keep this, yeah. That's almost an octave. You got your tone is an F, E, C. So you'll notice that C appears in the first one and the last one. disappears when he plays a G. Then you can do it this way with, watch the picking hand. Or just kind of the Marty Friedman. What's the difference? 2 upstrokes versus alternate picking. So up, up, pull off, down, down, up. Yeah. But you can do it too. Just start doing what I used to do with this. So I've got really small hands, man. No, he doesn't do that. He does whammyless whammy things. And that's really, really an impressive feat. That guy, he plays like nobody else. Probably technically was the best guitarist Ozzy's ever had. And I absolutely loved his writing style. There's nobody else like Jake, man. Jake was king. And I'm a Randy Rhoads nut. But you know, the older I get, the more I appreciate Jake. So no, he doesn't do the whammy thing. What can I tell you though about the exit solo to that? I was gonna talk about the stretches. So, and I've said it before, I've got tiny hands, and they're really small. They are, as you know, like here's a car key. There's my hands, tiny, small hands, small hands. You know what you can do with them though is work on how effective you are with stretches by doing a couple of things. And the couple of things that I'm going to talk about are playing with one finger behind the neck. I've talked about this before. You know, that kind of thing. Really getting to know. Same here. Nice flat 5. If you really press it. Almost from 1 to 7. From 5 to 12 on the higher strings. But when are you going to do that? And why would you ever want to? So the better question is, why aren't you doing this instead of this? Just it doesn't make any sense. But for the stretching like this, you know, that kind of thing. It's I got to do that. F. Nah, I'll have to figure that. I'm gonna have to get it brain thing. Easier on higher strings? Well, yeah, you've got less stuff in the way. So low strings, you still have to bring your thumb way the hell up, you know. High strings, the thumb can be moved just a little bit, and you're a better position, advantageous position. Excuse me, your hand is at an advantage to play things that require grip strength at that point, because your thumb can remain more closely associated to the back of the neck. But when you're doing stuff like Frank Aresti here, you know. And you're way up here, you're not really playing with much advantage. I believe it's an MD24, to answer your question there, Sirkan. But I'm not entirely certain. Yeah, it doesn't say on the back of the neck. It'd be nice if it did. It says other things like NA27 and all that kind of crap, but that's not the model. So I did replace the pickups. They came with Duncans in them, and I thought they were a little harsh. They sounded really good for rhythms, but for leads, I didn't like them too much. So I put in a more rounded set of guitar heads, Hexbuckers, and they work nice. I like the sound. Whether I'm on my, hey, let's play some fusion stuff channel here, or if I'm on the let's play a lot of crap, you know, extremely heavy metal and stuff. But no, they're on sale for $400 more often than I can count. I've seen them for cheap. They play really, really well too. They have a real Floyd on the back of them. They're the 1000s, not the specials. Everything's made of actual metal, you know, like steel. I did modify it a little bit. This came with a regular old black volume knob. I put on an orange one that I painted myself. It was clear. I painted it road, you know, flare orange. I put one of these on here, the switch tip. I also colored it orange. And I was thinking about orange pickups too, but you know what? Green. Green, it's important. So, yeah, you know what? Let's do a little exploring, shall we? I feel like doing a little bit of this, and then I think a real breakfast is probably going to have to happen at some point here in the future. So let's head over to Guitar Center. And let's share that screen one more time, everybody. And we will search for Dean MD24. That's DM. MD24. Let's give it a shot, see if it exists. I might be way off base. Personalized note. M something. DM24? Yeah. M24? M24? 24 DM, 24 MD. Let's just say Dean24. And Dean, not Deem. Oh, shoot. Come on, Kirk. Have a brain today. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Oh, they got a telly now. Isn't that cute? Oh, I like that. Oh, no, I like that. All right, so let's go for used. 19. There we go. $374. I bought my new for $400 on the dot. So, yeah, there you go. I am interested in getting one of these. It seems like it would be a good player. Here's the same guitar I've got, but in white with a black back. $499. Again, used. $499 for the blue one. Another $549. Don't know why. $649. $549. Yeah. My opinion, $374 is an extremely good price for this instrument. Extremely. This is a guitar that's going to play like $1,000 guitar for you. And it'll be very nice. Not on the wall necessarily, but in your hands. If it has a bit of a thicker neck, it's like a flatter Strat. Just to let you know. I mean, it's very comfortable to me, but it may not be to you. I've got a friend named Chris who almost bought one once, but he thought the neck was too thick for him. I don't like stupid thin necks. I think that they actually put your hand at a disadvantage. So, yeah. Yeah, no problem. I'm happy to help out wherever I can. And these are beasts of Super Strats. They're just perfect. They don't have a tone knob. And they come stock without one. That's the only thing that I could think of that would make this better. Besides the headstock, I think is a little on the thick and chunky side. And it could probably be slimmed up a bit and look a whole lot better. And maybe moved forward a little bit to have straight string pull, even though you don't need it with a locking nut, is that I think that where the volume is and where this is should be kind of swapped in place. I mean, this could be back just about a half an inch. So center, right to the edge. This should be right about here. That would make it absolutely perfect. You don't have to reach too far to get your stuff, and it's still out of the way. And that's the point of it, though. It's all out of the way. that's one I haven't done in a while. Yeah, that's it. I told you I haven't done it in a while, so. No, I'm not getting rid of this. I was, but I'm bringing it down. It's, and besides, I'm going to need the company. Good times. Listen, everybody, I'm really happy y'all showed up today, and I'm really happy that I got to relay all the good news and the evil news and the weird stuff and all the crap going on. And but in general, I've said what I need to say, and you guys know now that your boy is no longer an attached individual. That ring is gone. So, in fact, I gave him all to my kid, who was destroyed, absolutely devastated by this. Not to, drag anything through the mud, but I wound up consoling. She overheard the conversation, and I wound up consoling her for an hour. So, in front of her mom and everything, who was stone cold. So, yeah. When next? Great question. Planning on Monday again at this point. But it's going to be kind of hit and miss here and there because I'm still looking for a house. But Monday, in the morning, I'm going for a walk with my daughter, and I should be able to go ahead and still play in the afternoon, but don't count on that. The last time I was on, I was talking about the next time I stream, it'll be kind of a sporadic thing every once in a while and all that, and I'm kind of going to have to go through that as well until I'm moved out. So, I mean, that's still going to be a thing, whether we all like it or not. So, don't plan on Monday, but it's possible. Don't count your chickens. I'm not going to count mine. You don't count yours. They haven't hatched yet. Speaking of which, I'm going to hatch a few yolks and eat them, and that will be delicious. Nice way to start the day, though, with all you fine, wonderful people out there. By all means, with this whole thing, what I've been doing this whole time. But now poorly, play faster. At least strive to. Zuhair, work on your stretches and work on your intervals. In fact, everybody work on your intervals, except for you, Bill. You've got yours. It'll be good talking to you all again, and it has been good talking to you all again. Be well. Take care. Kirk out.